Hello viewers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, the topic we will discuss in this video is moral standings of the patriotism. Many think of patriotism as a natural and the appropriate expression of attachment to the country in which we were born and raised, and of gratitude for the benefits of life on its soil, among its people, and under its law. They also consider patriotism an important component of our identity. So, some go further and argue that patriotism is morally mandatory, or even that is the core of morality. So, a major tradition in moral philosophy which understands morality as essentially universal and impartial and seems to rule out local partial attachment and loyalty. Adherents of this tradition tend to think of patriotism, scope of egoism, morally arbitrary, partially to one's own, at odds with demands of universal justice and common human solidarity. A related objection is that patriotism is exclusive in invidious and dangerous ways. Love of one's own country characteristically goes together with dislike of and hostility towards other countries. It's tend to encourage militarism and makes for international and conflict. So, if we talk about the some extreme patriotism, when the safety of one's country wholly depends on the decision to be taken, no attention should be paid either to justice or injustice, to kindness or cruelty, or to its being praiseworthy or ignominious. And if we talk about the furthermore extreme positions, sometimes in cruel ways on a large scale when politically circumstances requires such actions. This may or may not be relevant to the question of patriotism, depending on just what we take the point of princely rule to be. A less well known part of teaching, however, is relevant, for he sought to impart the same lesson to politicians and common citizens of our republic, when the safety of one's country wholly depends on the decision, as we have discussed earlier. So, this type of patriotism is extreme, but by no means extremely rare. It is adopted much too often by politicians and common citizens alike when their country's major interests are thought to be at stake. It is encapsulated in the saying our country right or wrong, at least on the simplest and the most obvious construction of this saying. Not much needs to be said about the moral standing of this type of patriotism, as it amounts to be rejection of morality. So our country, right or wrong, cannot be right.